When your male cat chooses to sleep beside you at night, it might seem like a simple, cozy habit. Many owners just think their cat likes the warmth of the bed or enjoys having a soft place to rest. But if you look a little closer, that behavior can reveal something far deeper. For a cat, especially a male cat, sleeping next to someone is one of the most vulnerable decisions he can make. It's not just about comfort, it's about trust, instinct, and a bond that many owners never fully recognize. Cats are often described as independent creatures, but that independence can be misleading. Beneath that calm exterior is an animal that carefully evaluates its surroundings and chooses where and with whom it feels safe enough to relax completely. When your cat repeatedly chooses to sleep near you instead of any other place in the house, he is making a deliberate decision. And that decision says more about how he sees you than you might realize. Let's begin with the first message your cat may be communicating. One of the clearest things your male cat is saying when he sleeps next to you is that he sees you as his safe place. Think about how many options your cat actually has. There are couches, chairs, windowsills, warm blankets, and quiet corners throughout the house. Cats are experts at finding comfortable sleeping spots, yet many of them return to the same place night after night, right beside their human. That choice is rarely random. Male cats, in particular, tend to be strongly territorial animals. In the wild, they divide the world into areas they consider safe and areas they treat cautiously. When a male cat presses himself against you or curls up close while sleeping, he isn't just settling down for warmth. On an instinctive level, he is including you inside his safe territory. In a sense, your cat is saying something very simple but very powerful. You belong to my world. By sleeping beside you, he is surrounding himself with a scent and presence he trusts completely. Your smell, your breathing, and your body warmth become part of the environment that helps him relax. Research into feline behavior has shown that many cats form attachment relationships with their owners that resemble the bonds infants form with caregivers. When placed in unfamiliar environments, cats often show signs of security when their trusted human is nearby. Male cats frequently become especially attached to one specific person in the household, the individual they feel safest with. If your cat consistently sleeps beside you instead of anyone else, that's usually not an accident. It's a quiet sign that you're the person he trusts most. But there's another detail that makes this nighttime habit even more fascinating. It's not just that your cat sleeps beside you, it's where he positions himself. Have you ever noticed the exact place your cat chooses on the bed? Some cats curl up by their owner's legs. Others lie between their human and the edge of the mattress. Some settle near the pillow or close to the chest. Many people don't think twice about this, but in the feline world, positioning can reveal a lot about instinct. Male cats in the wild rarely sleep in completely exposed positions. Even when resting, they tend to choose locations that allow them to monitor their surroundings. Elevated spots, corners, and areas where they can observe possible entry points all give them an advantage if danger appears. These instincts don't disappear just because a cat lives indoors. So when your cat places himself between you and the edge of the bed, or positions his body facing the door, he may be responding to those same instincts. From your perspective, he might look completely relaxed, but subconsciously, he has chosen a place where he can monitor the room. In a strange way, your cat may be acting like a tiny nighttime guard, keeping watch over the environment while staying close to you. What's even more interesting is that cats usually reserve this kind of behavior for the individuals they trust most. If someone else sleeps in the same bed, your cat might not appear at all. But when it's you, he returns to the same spot again and again. That repetition is a strong sign of routine and attachment. Another detail that reveals how your cat feels about you is the specific part of your body he chooses to sleep on. There's a big difference between a cat sleeping somewhere on the bed and a cat sleeping directly on you. Each location can reflect a slightly different kind of connection. For example, when a male cat curls up on your chest, it's often considered one of the strongest expressions of trust a cat can show. In that position, he is extremely close to your heartbeat and breathing. Your chest rises and falls with every breath, creating a steady rhythm that some cats find deeply calming. Many behaviorists believe this position may remind cats of the comfort kittens feel when resting against their mother's body during early life. On the other hand, if your cat prefers to sleep near your feet, that doesn't necessarily mean he feels less connected to you. In fact, that position can still reflect closeness while giving him slightly more freedom to move. The end of the bed allows a cat to stay near their human while also maintaining an easy escape route if something unexpected happens. It's closeness balanced with instinct. Some cats even choose the area near your head or pillow. This can feel incredibly intimate because it places your cat near one of the most vulnerable parts of your body while also exposing their own. The warmth from your breath and the familiar scent of your hair may also play a role in why some cats prefer this location. Interestingly, if your cat sometimes changes sleeping spots from night to night, that shift can also carry meaning. It may reflect subtle changes in temperature, comfort, or even your cat's mood. But in some cases, these changes can signal something more important. And that leads to another fascinating behavior many cat owners experience without realizing it. Your cat may actually know when something isn't right with you. Another surprising message your male cat may be sending when he sleeps beside you is that he can sense your emotional state more than you realize. Many owners have experienced a strange moment like this. You've had a difficult day, you're feeling stressed, tired, or sad, and without calling him, your cat suddenly appears and settles right next to you. Sometimes he lies directly on your chest or curls against your side as if he knows something is wrong. This isn't just coincidence. Cats are extremely observant animals. They pay attention to subtle changes in body language, movement, and routine. Even small shifts in your behavior, walking more slowly, speaking less, lying down earlier than usual, can signal to your cat that something is different. But the connection may go even deeper than that. Humans release different chemical signals through sweat and skin when experiencing stress. These changes slightly alter our scent, even if we cannot notice it ourselves. Cats, however, rely heavily on smell to understand the world around them. Because of this, they can detect emotional changes through scent long before we consciously process them. That's why some cats seem unusually affectionate during difficult moments. Your cat might stay closer, sleep more tightly against you, or follow you around the house. He isn't doing this out of obligation or training. Cats are not pack animals that feel socially responsible for comforting others. When a cat chooses to stay near you during emotional moments, it's a voluntary response. In his own quiet way, he's saying, "I notice you and I'm staying here." Another important signal owners often overlook is when a cat suddenly changes where he sleeps. If your cat has spent weeks or months sleeping beside you every night and suddenly stops, it might seem like a random mood change. Maybe he sleeps on the floor instead, chooses a chair across the room, or hides in a different part of the house. Many people assume it's just a temporary preference. But in the feline world, changes in routine often carry meaning. Cats are creatures of habit. Their daily patterns, when they eat, where they sleep, when they play, usually remain very consistent. Because of this, sudden changes can sometimes signal that something isn't quite right. Veterinary behavior specialists often point out that cats are extremely skilled at hiding discomfort or illness. Unlike many animals, they rarely show obvious signs of pain. Instead, their behavior changes quietly. Sleeping patterns are often one of the earliest things to shift. For example, a cat experiencing physical discomfort might move away from you because he doesn't want accidental pressure on a sensitive area. On the other hand, a cat who suddenly begins sleeping directly on top of you when he never did before may be seeking extra warmth or reassurance. Of course, a single night in a new location isn't a reason to panic. Cats can change sleeping spots for simple reasons like temperature or noise. But if the new behavior continues for several days and alongside other small changes, such as eating less, becoming quieter, or avoiding eye contact, it may be worth paying closer attention. Then there is one final behavior that many owners witness almost every night, but rarely recognize for what it truly represents. When your male cat falls into deep sleep beside you, something remarkable happens. His body relaxes completely. His paws might twitch slightly. Sometimes he kneads softly against the blanket or even against your arm. You might hear a faint purr that is quieter and deeper than usual. Occasionally, his whiskers flick or his tail moves in small motions as he dreams. This stage of sleep is known as REM sleep, the phase when dreaming occurs. For a cat to enter this stage, his body must feel completely secure. In nature, deep sleep is risky for animals because awareness drops dramatically. A predator or threat could approach without warning. That's why wild animals often sleep lightly and wake quickly. When your cat enters deep sleep next to you, it means something extraordinary on a biological level. His instincts built over thousands of years of survival, have decided that this environment is safe enough to let his guard down completely. His muscles relax, his breathing deepens, and his brain allows him to drift into a vulnerable state. In other words, your presence has become part of his safety system. This is one of the highest forms of trust a cat can give. While it may look like a simple moment of rest, it represents something much deeper. Your cat has concluded that beside you is the safest place he knows. When you look at all these signs together, the decision to sleep near you, the careful positioning on the bed, the way he reacts to your emotions, and the deep sleep he enters at your side, you begin to see a different picture of your cat. What looks like ordinary bedtime behavior is actually a quiet conversation happening every night. Your cat may never say a word, but through these small actions, he's communicating something powerful. You are part of his world. You are part of his territory. And most importantly, you are the place where he feels safest.